Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to move from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. And I'm not just talking about, you're going to wake up and be like, I'm perfect and I can do anything today. But I am talking about, just believing in yourself. And when you set goals or you want to start pursuing your dreams, you actually believe that you can accomplish them. Alright, so back when I was 14, or a little before 14, before I got into self-improvement, so this was over 2 years ago, I was not super confident in myself. If I would have thought of a big dream or something, it would have just been a dream. If I thought to myself, like, I should make this into a goal, I would have been thinking, I could never do that, or I'm not capable of doing that. Now, if I think of a dream, sure, maybe I don't actually want to do it, but if someone asked me, do you think you could do it? I would say yes. So, as an example, if someone asked me, 2.5 years ago, do you think you could become a multimillionaire by 25? I would have said, no, definitely not. I'm not the person to do that. I couldn't do that ever. If you ask me today, I would also say no, but it would be a different reason. The reason would just be, I don't think I would actually want to put in that much work to become that successful at that age. But it's not that I couldn't do it. I absolutely believe I could do that. If I put in the right amount of work, if I found the right vehicle to make that amount. And I've seen, like, other people have done that, right? So I know it's completely possible. So, yeah, if you're like how I was 2.5 years ago, and when you think of a goal, you don't really believe that you could do it, then this video is for you. This is not going to be very edited, and I didn't really script this either, so this is just kind of my opinion and what's worked for me. So the first thing that I want to cover is a few books. Now, I think books were definitely one of the main things that helped me get a more positive mindset, and mindset is really important when you want to accomplish your goals and stuff. So I have 3 here that really helped me for different reasons. This first one is On Fire by John O'Leary. Now, this was actually one of the first books that I read when I was getting into self-improvement. And the author, when he was 7 or 9, I'm not sure, it was a while ago that I read this, but there was like an accident with a fire, and then he got completely burned, was in the hospital, and was given a 1% chance to live, right? And, books like these just kind of make you realize, if other people have done this thing that is way harder than what I want to do, then you kind of realize, like, okay, I'm pretty sure I am capable of doing the said thing that you want to do, right? So that's one of the books. I highly recommend you read that, and that will just kind of open your eyes to realizing what you're capable of. Another good one I read was How Successful People Think by John C. Maxwell. Now, this one's good because it goes over 13 different types of thinking and helps you realize what kind of thinker you are, I guess. And notice the title is How Successful People Think. And nowhere in there does it mention negative thinking as one of the types of thinking. Just thought I'd let you know. But, yeah, that one's really good. And then the main one that I think you should definitely read is The Power of Positive Thinking, because this is what we're talking about today, right? So this is by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. This is kind of like a classic. I don't think it's as popular as, Think and Grow Rich or 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but it's definitely a classic, and you should definitely read it. It's a little bit on the religious side, so if you don't like that, then maybe you won't like it. But besides that, it's very actionable, and it really gives you a lot of ideas on how you can start to think more positively, how you can think bigger, and just kind of realize that you are capable, right? So that's one of the ways. It was definitely through books, and you should definitely read some of those if you can. Another way you can start to believe in yourself more and stop having so much self-doubt is by achieving goals. Now, you might think, well, in order to achieve my goals, I need to have a positive mindset and I need to, kind of be locked in, right? But you could achieve some goals that you are almost certain that you will accomplish. Now, I don't think this is actually the right way to achieve goals, but it's okay for this this situation, right? Because if you set some smaller goals and you can finish them, and then you finish them, you check them off, you'll just get that boost of motivation that you need. And as those small wins kind of stack up, you want all those small wins to stack up, and eventually those will get bigger, and you'll just start being more confident in your ability to finish goals, right? So that's honestly the second main thing, is set some small goals that you can finish to get motivated. And honestly, those are just kind of the two things that I really just used to kind of change my mindset. And when I say confident, I don't mean like I'm just completely confident. Like, I'm confident in myself, right? So sure, I could go outside and like I could still be nervous in certain situations and stuff. But that's kind of a different topic, right? That's to do with confidence, but that's like a different area of confidence. This that I'm talking about is when you set a goal, you should be 100% confident that you could achieve it. Doesn't mean the goal is 100% achievable, but like Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So definitely having the right mindset is the first step to being able to achieve goals. And I can sit here and say this stuff, and I'm not like a multimillionaire or anything, but I used to have a very negative mindset, and that's definitely changed in terms of believing that I could do something. Now, of course, I can have these dreams of certain things, and I can be like, oh, I probably won't do that. But it's always, I probably won't do that. I know that I could. I definitely could, like if someone, like let's say my dream car is to get like a G-Wagon, right? If someone asked, do you think you could get that next year? I would say probably not, because where I am right now and where I'd have to get to be able to achieve that would be a very big jump. Would I say it's impossible? No, that's definitely possible, because mathematically, you just do the numbers, you can make that much easily. Not easily, just like it's possible, right? So my answer would be probably not, but not no. I can definitely do it. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And if you kind of have a negative mindset, I hope this video helped you. Or even if you have a positive mindset. It sounds so weird. I'm not talking about like positive mindset as in like you just wake up and like you're happy all the time. That's not what it's about. It's just kind of about believing in yourself and being able to rely on yourself is really important for accomplishing your goals. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to subscribe and like and comment with any questions you have. If you're interested, I have a free Discord community. I've been putting a lot of work in it, and a few more people have joined recently. But my hope is it can actually grow to be pretty big. And my goal for that, or kind of my vision of that community, is just like a bunch of people who are super motivated to accomplish their goals, and they just kind of accomplish them faster because there's a bunch of other people accomplishing goals, right? And when you're with like-minded people, usually you grow together faster. So that's linked down below if you're interested. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.